Hey, welcome back, Silver Bull fans. Welcome back to Silver Bull channel. Seems like the silver market is starting to wake up. We've seen some price movement, a lot of pressure on the market, a lot of pressure on gold, and there is some relationship between what happens in gold and what happens in silver. If gold goes up, it's highly likely silver will go up as well, which to me once again proves the argument that it is indeed a precious metal, because it's affected by what other precious metals do. I was asked recently what I thought of US Eagles. Great coin. Any coin such as Peppermint, US Eagles, Canadian Maples, any of those recognised things that are legal currency in their own right. They're good because they're going to be easily changeable, easily recognisable by people. Much less likely for people to have to worry about getting them in a SAID, whereas a bullion bar, while that represents your most cost-effective way of storing quantity of silver, you know, still people are likely to want to get them a SAID and stuff like that, other expensive things. Make sure they don't have a tungsten core or something like that, as some gold bars ended up happening. What's happening around the world? Well, we just recently in Australia had a leadership contest between Kevin Rudd and Julia Gillard. Simple fact of the matter is the Australian public hates Julia Gillard, but her Labor caucus likes her, so she's staying in for now until their poll ratings drop even lower. Why is she hated? Because she's a liar. She lied plainly about the carbon tax. This Labor government's just like one giant vacuum cleaner into your wallet, sucking everything out. They always claim they're helping. They're not helping at all. Every time you turn, they seem to come up with a new way of taking money away from you, and it's just frustrating. And the carbon tax starts very shortly in July, and we'll get to see the full impact of that. Of course, they've compensated working families, but I always find the proof is in the pudding, and I reckon the compensation's not going to meet the costs of the new carbon tax. And yet a creation of another government bureaucracy. I mean, it's all a bit beyond a joke. This Labor government seems to think that passing wads of new legislation, 46 bills, is an achievement. Passing new legislation is not an achievement. Creating more legislation, more laws, more regulation is not an achievement. To me, a great government is one that gets rid of laws, that makes things simpler. An example of this is Napoleon when he took over control of France. While we wouldn't agree with the fact he was a dictator, one of the great things that he did that still has an impact on France today is a total reworking of the legislation system. It had become too bureaucratic and swamped, and he brought in a whole new Napoleonic system that's long outlived him. So it was very successful. A man of tremendous energy, actually. In my own life, if you saw my last video, it's on Minglemooch. It's a article directory, a forum, a social network. We're calling it the next generation of social network. I invite all my subscribers to become members. It's free. And I invite you to invite your friends as well. If you're worried about being on Facebook because of privacy issues or whatever, if you just want something different, if you want something that offers something more, come over to Minglemooch. It's going to open on the 12th of March, so that's the big day. 12th of March, Minglemooch. Come over just to mingle, to mooch around, to post an article, to post on the forum, to post on your own feed wall to make new friends. Feel free to start some posts on precious metals. That would be great. It's a place where those with views of their own are free to come and express them. I'm responsible for the marketing of it, and I'll be doing a lot of stuff online for that. But the actual owner is a young man from South Africa, and I, really want to encourage him in his efforts to bring on a new social web network available to the general public on the web. He's done some remarkable things with WordPress. The advantage of using WordPress is your content gets pretty much picked up by the search engines ASAP. It's just lightning quick. I remember in 2006 when I did an article directory, it took like a week, even with posting to other article directories and that, for it to be crawled by the Google Spider. Nowadays, it just doesn't work that way. The internet works in a totally different way, and things are very quickly uploaded. I know my video on Mingle Mitch got indexed by Google very quickly, so the way in which they're I'm not sure they crawl every individual web page anymore, or if they do something different, but whatever they do, it seems to be a lot quicker. And with WordPress, it just seems to put the content out there really quickly, so really good for internet marketers, those who want a bit of search engine optimization. I mean, it's all going to be there at MingleMitch. You're going to have your forums, you're going to have your article directories. It's going to be a one-stop shop, so why would you go elsewhere? Spread the word, March 12th. And interesting times in the silver market. How long will it take to go over $40 US an ounce? Are we looking at a matter of weeks, or are we looking for a couple months? I'd be very shocked if this year we don't go over 40, and I certainly believe if we go over 40, we're likely to test that $50 barrier again. The economic situation, they try to gloss over it, but, Britain's admitted we're bankrupt. They've got no money. How can they bail out Greece and other places? It's just ridiculous. Going from one bankrupt country to another to ask for money, it's a bit beyond a joke. They should have let the system clean itself. The bondholders need to take a serious haircut. In Greece, allegedly, the bondholders are going to take a haircut, but if you read the fine print, they're going to have the right to access Greek's gold, and maybe that 100 tons of gold is what they were chasing all along. There's some real shenanigans going on in the financial markets, and it's just disgraceful. I mean, the average citizen, we should be angry. We should be upset. Government money going to bail out various corporations and that, and what do? They pay their executives record bonuses. This is just disgraceful behaviour, and going back to the French, it was that type of behaviour from the aristocracy, and let's face it, these banksters are an aristocracy that got their heads cut off. Now, I'm not a proponent of violence and stuff like that, but there comes a time when it's unavoidable, unfortunately. And if you do not allow, as they say, as Gerald Celente says, if you don't allow change at the ballot box, or you want to rig that, the only option left for people will be violence. And the moment they become too hungry is the moment they will become violent. So I'm shocked so far in Greece that there hasn't been a coup d'etat. I can only imagine, because they've had coups there previously and they're sick of the army running stuff, that they're desperate to avoid it. But I'm sure if what is going on in Greece happened in some other countries, there would be no doubt a coup d'etat. So led by the military. So interesting times we live in. And they're pushing everyone in one direction. They're trying to shrink the middle class, and it's time the middle class started pushing back. That's Silver Bull Channel, slowly getting better. My head's feeling better each day, and I thank you all for those of you who gave me kind words. Don't forget, 12th of March, Mingle Match should be live, and we'd love to see you there. I'll tell you more about some of the features as we get closer to that 12th March date.